In a small, forgotten town, there stood an old Victorian house that had been abandoned for years. Its peeling paint and cracked windows told tales of long time past. The townsfolk spoke in hushed tones about the house, claiming it was cursed after a family mysteriously vanished from it centuries ago. Alright, ready to get scared? Turn off the lights, get cozy, and let the chill begin. On a chilly October evening, a curious college student named Sara, with a passion for ghost stories and exploration, decided to investigate the eerie house. Armed with only a flashlight and her voice recorder, she ventured inside, her heart pounding with a mix of excitement and fear. The moment she crossed the creaky threshold, a chill swept through the air, and the door slammed shut behind her. As she explored the first floor, shadows danced along the walls, and the faint sound of whispering echoed in her ears. It felt as if the house were alive, watching her every move. Searching for clues about the family who once lived there, Sara stepped into the dusty living room, where faded photographs hung askew on the walls. One picture caught her eye, a family portrait. The faces scratched out, save for the little girl with piercing blue eyes who seemed to follow her. Sara moved upstairs, the wooden staircase groaning under her weight. Each step added to the oppressive silence, broken only by the persistent whispers that grew louder. She reached a dimly lit hallway lined with closed doors, each leading to a room filled with dust and secrets. Her flashlight flickered ominously, casting eerie shadows that seemed to dance and twist. Suddenly, she heard a child's giggle from behind one of the doors. Heart racing, Sara hesitated, then approached to the closest door. With a shaky hand, she turned the knob and pushed it open. No one was inside, just a forgotten nursery filled with broken toys. But then, she noticed something strange. The walls were covered in strange markings, like writings from some dark ritual. Feeling unnerved, she pressed on, heading to the last door at the end of the hall. As she opened it, she was hit by a wave of cold air, and the whispers crescendoed into deafening chorus. The room was dark, and her flashlight flickered out completely. Panic set as she fumbled for her phone to use its light. But as the brightest screen illuminated the room, she was not alone. In the corner stood a little girl from the portrait, her eyes dark and hollow, an unsettling smile stretching across her face. "I've been waiting for you," she said sweetly, her voice eerie echoing as if it came from the walls themselves. A feeling of dread washed over Sara as the air grew thick with despair. She realized the girl was not a spirit she could help. She was a prisoner, just like the family that had disappeared. Just as the whispers turned into frantic screams, Sara hurriedly backed away, desperate to escape. The girl reached out, her hand cold as ice, and whispered, "Stay with me." Fear gripped Sara, propelling her to sprint down the hallway, the whispers morphing into anguished cries begging her not to leave. Bursting through the front door, she stumbled into the night, gasping for breath. The door slammed shut behind her, and as she looked back, she saw shadows flitting past the windows. The house seemed to pulse, alive with tormented souls, and the whispers faded into an eerie silence. Sara ran through the empty streets until she reached the safety of a friend's house. Though it was just a story, one that would be shared for years, she knew she had touched something otherworldly in the cursed Victorian house, an experience that would haunt her forever. After that night, Sara never spoke of what she encountered again. But the townsfolk continued to share the chilling legend, and the house stood, dark and silent, waiting for the next curious soul. Thank you for joining me on this chilling journey to real life horror. Remember, the scariest stories are often the ones that live next door. If you enjoyed this tale, please like, subscribe, and share your own scary experiences in the comments below. Until next time, keep your lights on and stay safe.